Hello developers, in this video what we're going to learn is how to manage and handle the user customizations and personalizations on the XAF user interface. Every personalization or customization that they do is stored in either in a file, in a resource, or in a database. So if we read this tutorial for that, they will teach you about the difference um, of each type of model and where is it stored. So this comes really handy if you want to from just one account, an administrative account, be able to modify the user interfaces for the other persons and how the UI will look for them. The columns on the list view, how the details view will look like, maybe the navigation, and so on. So in this case, we're going to focus in the model difference DB store. Basically, what it does is store every customizations that the user make in the database. So for that, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new XAF project, and we're going to call this XAF DB store model. It's going to be web and Windows, XPO, authentication standard, and finish. So this code, you might already have it implemented. It will depend on your version of XAF, and also will depend on if you use authentication or not. If you don't use authentication, this will the wizard will not create the little pieces of code needed for this. But since I selected authentication, a type of authentication, it can be a standard or any other. And since this is the newest version of XAF, it's already implemented also. I think this is the model DB store is the default since version 14 or something like that. So let's see. We can come to the module, either the module web or the module Windows, and check something. We go here and then we watch the code. And here, if you see, these have an overridden setup function. And in here, a handle is created to the create custom user model difference store. And if we see this method, it says that it will create a store that is a model difference DB store. And that is going to name the difference for this module with the suffix win. The same goes for the web module. If we see the coding here, the setup method is overridden and the handler is created, and in here the suffix is web. So what we're going to do here is let's change this for SQL Server. So let's log in as admin, and you'll see that this will create some records in the database. Let's go to the SQL Server and let's refresh this. And let's see which one is this. Is this one. So if you remember, I have not add any domain objects, but I have this one that are not created by me. Model difference and the aspect. If I go and see the values in here, oh, there is nothing right now. But if I close the window and execute, here there is a record for this is the admin user. And if we go here, we will see the value. This is the model. This is the values on the model for the admin. So this won't happen when we log in as the user, and there is a reason why. Because the user doesn't have permissions to create, read, or update somehow those two entities or tables. So if we log as users and we execute the query again, still there is none here. Oh, there is. So in this case, I guess the template put the permissions for that. So let's come here and check. That should be in the updater. So let's see the default role. When the default role is created, yes, they put permissions for the model difference. So that's why he can read and create his own model difference. So okay, it's good. Now we know that every customization that any of the users do in any computer will be stored in the database. So it doesn't matter where they log in again. XAF will pull those changes from the database. So, but how do I reset or change how the user interface looks for the user in this case? Well, people will think, oh, you need to log in as user and then change it. No, what you can do is something like this. Let's go to the XAF model in Visual Studio, and what you can do is basically, I'm going to add a new navigation item. This will be called models, and in here I'm going to add a new navigation item which will be called the model difference, this view, and it will be called model difference. So right now, if I log in as admin, I will see another navigation node with the list from the models. Here I have my two models. So if I want to reset or change how the user interface looks for admin, for user, I can come here, and in the tools, I have several tools that I can use. I can edit it. I can create model difference, create a separate version of the versions that they have, and then edit that, copy the difference, export them, import them, or reset them. So basically, if I want to edit it, I go here. I will see the model editor as we see in Visual Studio, and we can do something like default will be called, let's rename this. And that's it. Let's save this. So basically the changes that I did will be stored in the database, and when the user log in again, it will see those changes. Okay, so that's everything for this video. Now you can take a deeper look to the documentation now that you know where the customizations are stored in the database, and find a way to administrate the personalization and customizations for your own users. Any question you can write me in the channel, in the comments here below, or you can go to the Facebook page or send me an email. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.